Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Player's Take, episode 159. I'm your host, Justin DeSimone, joined by my co-host. He's really good at Elden Ring, Montrell Rice.
I'm not good at Elden Ring. I'm average, man.
Bro, I've seen these
Thanks,
clips you're
man.
posting on Twitter. Don't try to lie. You're posting these clips on Twitter. You're just like dodging every attack, man. You know, you're using those iframes to perfect effect.
Man, people don't understand how many times I died before I put those clips out. Yeah,
Man. Twitter's just everybody's highlights, so I guess that's true.
yeah, man.
Well, Montrell, how you doing today?
I am tired as fuck, but
Yeah, same.
I don't want to rush through this, but man, I really want to play. I'm like addicted to the game, so I need to get my fix.
All right. Well, okay, we'll get there. I'm excited. I'm off tomorrow from work.
I can't wait for you to play this game.
Elden
I
Ring?
actually cannot
Really?
wait for
Okay.
it. Yeah, man.
Man,
I
all
can't
right.
wait for you to play it.
Well, okay. So yeah, I'm excited because I got tomorrow off. I got Triangle Strategy coming tomorrow, and then I started playing Horizon yesterday. So I'm in gamer mode right now. I'm out of this. I'm out of that funk I was in, like a month ago where I couldn't play anything and wasn't enjoying anything. And here you know what, man, I'm just enjoying games right now, and it feels fucking great. So let's talk about fucking video games. So everybody, for those of you who haven't listened before, this is our weekly show where we talk about video games, video game news, and other topics pertaining to video games. We post at 6 a.m. Central Time on Fridays on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and your favorite podcast app of choice. And if you have a question, please send those to us on Twitter at The Players Take, or you can send us an email to theplayerstake01@gmail.com. Montreal, before we get into what we're playing, something I want to talk to you about real quick, because we've talked.
What's that, man?
We've talked about. Shut up. You know what it is. But we've talked about GameStop a lot on this show. How they're failing. They're probably not long for this world. Blah blah blah. However, I want to talk about a couple real, actual experiences I had with GameStop the last couple weeks that is really interesting to see coming from them when everyone thinks they're going to be dead. That I actually think they're doing something really good. So a few weeks ago, I had this urge to buy the Yokai Watch games when Nintendo announced they were closing the eShops, which is probably a weird reaction to have. But, I figure the physical games are probably going to go up in price soon, so I decided to jump in while I can, right? So I order Yokai Watch 1 and 2 on GameStop's website, pre-owned. They didn't have 3, unfortunately, which is not surprising, super rare. But so one of the games, Yokai Watch 1, dude, I get a fucking text like 30 minutes after I buy the game that they are, going to pick up my order and send it to my house. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I click on the button, like the tracking link that they give me. And dude, it opens my DoorDash app. And yeah, they fucking used DoorDash to deliver my game. And I got it within 2 hours of ordering it. Literally 2 hours of ordering it. Like, this is like, I mean, that's fucking better than Amazon, bro. Like, Amazon these days, I can't get shit the same day anymore. Like, I can't even get shit in 2 days. Like, the Prime shipping. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm paying for. Like, I buy a game and it takes them a fucking week to get it to my house. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Amazon lately. But, like, dude, yeah, so 2 hours, I get my game. So I'm like, okay, this is crazy. They must be testing some shit. So I decided to do the same thing with Elden Ring last week. I don't know. I decided to buy the game, and I did it on their site. I bought it brand new. This was on launch day. Like, I bought it on Friday in the middle of the day. Like this was like 11 a.m. or I don't know, 12, something like that. And dude, I get the game within 2.5 hours of ordering it. Same thing, DoorDash again. And I'm actually curious. I'm actually gonna ask the audience here, like those of you who don't live in the North Texas area, can you like send us feedback on if you can go to GameStop's site and get same day delivery on a game from them that will like to your zip code? Because I'm wondering if they're testing this right now in our market, because we are in their headquarters market. Their headquarters is in Grapevine, Texas, which is 20 minutes, 30 minutes from my house,
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking, is that they're in the middle of testing this right now, and they're trying to see how popular it is and if it works, and if people like it. Because dude, it was wild. I'm like, I've never gotten anything delivered that fast. Even Amazon has never delivered anything that fast for me. Like 2 hours, I got my game. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on? Fucking DoorDash, dude, like did this, and I'm like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, because you want to know what the other wild part about it was? Shipping was free for Elden Ring. Fucking free. Like I paid $64 for the game, which is the same as if I had driven to a store and bought it physically. Like
So
at
you
the
have to pay
store.
for a DoorDash?
I didn't pay for shit. The game costs the same as me going to the store, like Target, anyone. Like if I had gone to the store and just bought it at the fucking register, it was the same price. So I was like, damn, dude, that's fucking wild. I'm like, maybe they're just doing this to test this promotion out and see if it works. But I'm like, damn, man, they're like actually trying to improve service here, because this is crazy, dude. That's 2 times now I've got games from GameStop over Amazon or someone else because of this. Like literally, I bought Elden Ring from them because of this. Like that is the reason I bought it from them. So it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting because I can tell you right now, I bought one or two games from GameStop. They had the pick up in store option, and the GameStop's literally like right
Yeah.
there in the corner. I can walk to it. Right,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a 5 or 10 minute walk for me.
Yeah.
And that was I was working at my old job at the government,
Yeah.
so that was like sometime last year or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that option, so they must have just started that, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested in that because the last time I was able to get same day delivery was when I was living in Louisville,
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 years ago when I first moved out here.
Yeah.
And even then, it was still like a 4 hour wait. Like I had to order it before, like maybe if I got the order in before like 2 o'clock, I can get it by 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, which Amazon's done that before for me, where I've ordered something in the morning and I get it by the evening, like by like
yeah,
5 or 6. But dude, 2 hours. I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn, dude. I mean, it
or
makes
maybe
sense
it's
if you're gonna use
DoorDash expanding.
DoorDash. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's DoorDash expanding their services.
That's
like maybe
exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, right. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is just a match made in heaven kind of thing. Like, this kind of works for both parties,
yeah.
It is interesting. It's just that the part about it that makes me wonder, though, is how does DoorDash make money if there's no shipping charge? That's why I'm guessing that wouldn't be a permanent thing,
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. If they charge like $6 though for that DoorDash shipping, I mean, it might still be
Yeah, that's
worth
not
it.
bad.
Yeah, it
that's
might
not
still be
bad.
worth it over going to the store. I'm
Wait.
lazy enough to pay that.
Well, it's interesting. This is an interesting thing because I don't know if you were watching during the Super Bowl, but you remember Uber Eats had that weird ad where they're like, people were like eating like other items but food, and they're like, yeah, Uber Eats is not just for food. And even when I order from the DoorDash app, it looks like DoorDash is like probably testing that market because even when I order from the DoorDash app, it asks me if I want to go to like other stores. Like, hey, if you got like 20 minutes, you can go to this convenience store, or you can go to fucking Walgreens or some shit. And I'm like, why the fuck would I want to go to Walgreens? I just want my burrito, bro. But now that makes sense now. Like,
so maybe
I can
trying to
I can order a burrito and get fucking Elden Ring. Like, fuck that. That's pretty fucking dope. Yeah.
That would be awesome. you order Elden Ring and then you get a Chipotle burrito or something, and they show up with both. Dude, that's man, that's modern living right there.
That's first world living at its best, man.
Let's go. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is companies. I mean, I will say I have noticed. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have noticed lately that Walmart, Target, Best Buy, even some of the big boys, like, dude, even they're doing same day delivery. It's not as good as what I experienced with GameStop, but still, like, they're all trying to compete with Amazon, and they're starting to. It feels like they're actually starting to eat into Amazon a little bit, which is interesting because
I will say I've been going to like retailers more lately, not just because of Amazon, but just because they have the quality shit that I want. Like, I will order from like Best Buy same day. If I can get it the same day, I would do that, or if I can, or if they deliver it to me, I would. Like, I'm looking for alternatives besides Amazon.
Yeah.
and that it wasn't like a purposeful thing. It just kind of naturally happened that way.
They're offering
So
better, dude. They're offering something better. That's what's
yeah,
actually happening, and it's really interesting. It's taken a
yeah.
little while. It's taken like 10 years to get here, but I'm finding it interesting that the retail industry is fighting back against Amazon. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, and maybe they can get off our fucking houses and get maybe they can maybe this is the way they can get Wall Street back behind them and get Wall Street out of fucking housing, because that's Wall Street is the 75% reason why the housing market is the way it is. I know we like to blame people from California and everything like that. That's a good meme, but the bulk of it is because corporations are seeking other ways to get money from Wall Street,
yeah,
and the housing market is one way. There are tons of houses. Just this is not a fucking real estate podcast, but there are tons of fucking houses just sitting empty because corporations are just buying them up.
yeah. They need an
So,
investment.
yep.
Yeah, so I don't know. Thought it was interesting. Wanted to bring it up here. So all right, Montrell. Let's not dilly dally any longer. Let's get into what we've been playing. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? I think we both have a lot to talk about in games we're playing. So
How about we do like a you
back
name
and
one
forth.
game, I name one game. Yeah.
Okay, I'll start since I have more. I'm gonna start with Lost Ark. I do have some things to say about this game this week.
All
So
right.
I got to tier 2. Sorry, 2 days ago. Actually, when did I get to tier 2? I think I got to
You
tier
got to
2
tier
on
two
Sunday.
on Sunday.
I think it was Sunday.
It was,
You remember?
yeah.
That's funny. Oh my god. We've been getting a Discord every night, Montrell. I think I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I've been doing every day.
It was Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to tier 2, and so I'm pretty much done with tier 1 content now. But I want to talk about this game because I haven't really talked about it in a couple weeks. So I've played a lot of the game. I'm still really into this game, but I am kind of breaking away from it a little bit the last few days. But what I will say about it is that the content in this game, the end game content. So we've got Chaos Dungeons, Guardian Raids, Abyss Dungeons. Those are the big ones in tier 1. There is more later. They're adding something, I think next week, actually, that will be, I think it's like a 8-man Guardian Raid style thing. It's called an Abyss Raid or something like that. So
Okay.
it's like an 8-man fight against a giant monster, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But so those 3 things that I mentioned. So Chaos Dungeons are, you can do them in matchmaking or you can do them solo. They're basically like just giant waves of monsters, and you just murder them, and they're really not hard. They take 5 minutes. I actually like them the most. They are the most fun content for me because they're quick. They're not just easy, but it's like really satisfying. Like you're killing a ton of enemies on screen at the same time, and you are getting a giant explosion of loot, and it's really valuable shit that's dropping. It's really fun. It's the problem with them is that you literally only get to do 2 a day. And it's not a hard cap of 2 a day, but it's a soft cap in the sense that the first 2 you do give you real rewards. Like they give you the currency you need to increase your gear power, and they actually drop equipment that in your tier as well that you can use to either put on or dismantle to get more honing materials. Third run and beyond of Chaos Dungeons, they just drop currency that you can turn into a vendor basically for some of those same rewards, and it's significantly reduced rate of return. So not really worth doing beyond a few, per day. So that's the disappointing part. I kind of wish the cap was a little higher, like 3 or 4 maybe of those Chaos Dungeons, because they're fun, they're quick and easy. Guardian Raids is the next one. It's like Monster Hunter content in the game where you can do this solo, or you can do it with 4 people in matchmaking, or Party Finder, or you can do it with 2 or 3, whatever. But you're basically a party fighting a giant monster, and it's a 20-minute fight. You have to find the monster. The monster is not on the map by default. Like you have to go run around and find it, or you can use a flare and it'll show you where it is on the mini map. These fights are really hit or miss so far. And what I will say is that I'd say about half of them were fair and actually fun fights that were like well designed. And then 4 of them were not fun fights. Well, what I'll say is 3 of them really are not fun fights, not well designed. and kind of bullshit in terms of the way they feel. Like they don't feel good. Like you and Montrell saw a bunch of these. I was actually streaming a lot of these. This is why he knows like everything I'm doing, because I'm fucking like streaming the game every night for them in Discord. So there was two in particular. The first like final level 1 raid, and then the final level 2 raid in tier, both of these are in tier 1. They were fucking bullshit. Like the one, the fucking Virtus is his name. He's this giant like dragon lizard thing, and dude, the number of just stuns, AoE mechanics, fucking grab thing he does, but so much bullshit with like limited to no tell at all of what he's about to do. And it just was a BS fight. I beat it in matchmaking barely. I think me and Jet did it together, and I just said fuck that shit. I'm not doing that again. Then the other one is Titalos, which is the final one in the tier, the final tier 1 Guardian raid. And this one is bullshit too. It has a wipe mechanic where he summons these brown dust tornadoes, like little whirlwinds that float around on the ground, and they damage you if you are in them. But he has this mechanic where he will fucking do this attack that insta kills you if you are not turned to stone. So basically, what you need to do is the whirlwinds will tick you every second if you're inside of them. So you need to get, and it will give you a debuff, and you need to get this debuff stacked up 3 times, and it will turn you to stone, and then you will be invincible for 5 seconds. But if you do this too early, you will get a debuff for 30 seconds that doesn't allow you to get turned to stone again for 30 seconds. So basically, you have to time when you're going to go get turned to stone with when the attack is coming. And the thing about him is the attack has a tell. It's a very large tell. However, it's very similar to another attack he has, which is just a front-facing flamethrower attack where he just breathes fire straight ahead. And they look very similar to each other. And I got baited by this like multiple times. It's really hard to tell the difference when you're in the middle of the fight, and it's really fucking annoying. So I will say, to Amazon's credit, they are patching these fights. A lot of these fights that I just mentioned, they are patching them to make them a little bit easier, make the tells a little bit more obvious, change some things visually to make things a little bit more obvious for players. And so I'm okay with this. And the reasoning they gave is because this is transient content. This is content that is not stuff you're going to be doing forever and ever and ever. It's like literally once you're out of tier 1, you're never doing this shit again, Same with the tier 2 stuff. You're out of tier 2, you're not doing it again, because once you get to tier 3, that's it. You're just doing tier 3 stuff. Like you're not going backwards, So,
yeah.
So to their credit, I'm glad they're doing that, because these fights are annoying. And, so that's that. Then there's the Abyss dungeons, which are 4-man dungeons where you fight multiple bosses, like 2 or 3 bosses. They're like the other dungeons that you've done up to this point in the game, but they're way harder. And these fights are heavily scripted boss fights that require very high levels of coordination between the 4 players that are in the dungeon party a lot of the time. And this is problematic because matchmaking is not good for that in most games. And this game is no exception. I have had a lot of trouble with these Abyss dungeons so far in tier 1. They are also making these easier as well in part of the patch. However, I read the notes, and they're not making them so easy that they're going to be trivialized. So I think there's a lot of I think it's going to be interesting to see how much easier they are to do. But I actually really like the Abyss dungeons. They are a little overtuned in some ways, and some of the fights are a little buggy, which made one of them in particular not fun, which was the final fight in Hildebrandt. It was annoying because there was this mechanic where the boss would summon a meteor that's coming down very slowly, and the 4 players in the party, one would get a cross on them, and the other 3 would get these light beams that are shooting out of them. And the people with light beams would have to hit the person with the cross with their beams for like 2 or 3 seconds. So the person with the cross needs to stand still and let the others hit them. But the beams weren't registering properly every time. So sometimes it would look like we were hitting the person with the cross, but we weren't, because we were just slightly like a couple pixels off from where it was supposed to be, and we would get killed and wiped, and it was like you have to do the whole fight again. It's fucking annoying. So there's some stuff like that's a little fucky. It's not great, and I think my other thing with the game is that leveling in this game sucks. Like leveling 10 to 50 is a really shitty, boring experience, especially if you're not into the story like I wasn't or I'm not. I don't like leveling in this game. It's not fun. And clearly the studio that made this game acknowledges that, Smilegate, because not only when you hit 50 and you get to Vern and you finish North Vern, the North Vern storyline, you get 2 power passes which power your characters through that storyline and get them to level 50. They also have a mechanic in your stronghold called knowledge transfer, where when you complete certain content in the game with one character, you can spend gold to transfer that to another character, and that character will instantly be done with that content, and I believe leveled up like all the way to 50 like right away. So clearly they realize that it sucks. It's just kind of annoying though that they didn't really do anything to improve it, because the first run through is not great. And I'm going to be frank, I think it's actually going to scare a lot of people off from this game, because it's that boring. Like it's just not fun. It has no similarities to what you will be doing in Endgame at all. Like the gearing completely changes at Endgame. The content gets way harder. You don't learn any game mechanics leveling in this game. Like everything you learn in the end game in tier 1. Like once you start doing tier 1, that's where you start learning the game and actually understanding how character progression works and how the dungeons are made and like the guardian raids and how they do mechanics in this game. You don't learn any of that leveling, and it's a huge criticism I have for the game, because this is the biggest issue with MMOs for me and games in general, is like when you're playing the game and you're leveling, the game should teach you how to play as you're leveling, you know? Like that is a big thing with any game that's an RPG. Is that when you get to a certain point and the game suddenly gets really hard and expects you to do things it never taught you, that's bad game design, and that's what this game does. And it's so in its leveling, that's what this game does. And I would really suggest, if anybody's playing this game and they're having doubts or not having fun, push through it, get to tier 1, and that's the real game. When you get to tier 1, if you're not liking the game at that point, then yeah, that's the time to drop it at that point. But I think until then,
Gotcha.
you're not playing the real game until then. So yeah, it's a fun game though. I really like it. I'm really having fun. I haven't been into a game like this in a while. You know, it's like really captured me. I'm really enjoying the progression process in this game. The game constantly rewards you, which is high. Like it's great. It feels really good. It's not like shitty rewards either. It's like you're actually getting shit that's really useful for your character all the time. You know, so it's well designed in that way for sure. But okay, that's all I got to say about Lost Ark Montrell.
Are you sure you want to go another 20 minutes?
I
Say no,
mean,
I'll just.
I went like 10, maybe. I'm sorry. I'm very verbose. I like games.
um, actually, bro, I want to hear your Horizon take. Can you go talk about that real quick?
Okay, you want me to skip Horizon? That's fine, actually. I don't have a lot to say yet. I only started playing it last night. I played it for like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours. I got through the first section, which is like a intro mission. The intro mission is completely linear. There is no exploration really in it at all. What I will say is I find it really weird. This game kind of feels like it assumes you know how to play, because like the tutorial like is there, but it's not really beating you over the head with it. And I'm gonna be honest, if you miss the pop-ups, you're gonna have to go in the menu and like read the tutorial in there, because
I actually weirdly like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't played Horizon since forever, but I actually like that. I can just play the game, and then if I miss something, then I can go into the menus and find out. Or whatever.
Yeah,
so
I don't think it's negative. It's gonna depend on the player. I think some players like minimalist tutorials and some players like really heavy tutorials, right?
Yeah,
I don't care personally, because I played the first game and I know what the deal is here. What I will say that is really weird though is, dude, the game takes place 6 months after the first. And you
Yeah,
start
that's
this
what I
game.
heard.
You start this game with Aloy at level 1 with no equipment. And I'm like no abilities, you have nothing unlocked. All you have is your bow, and they don't even give you arrows to start out. You literally just have a bow with no arrows. And I'm like, what are they doing here? This is weird. Like it's not like in there they hand wave it in dialogue where she's like he's she encounters somebody and they're like, "Oh, you're traveling really light these days." And she's like, "Yeah, I got accosted on the way here on the road, you know." And I'm like, she's like, "So yeah, I don't have my stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I guess that explains why you don't know how to shoot your bow as well as you used to, you know."
Yep.
Um so
All her points got accosted too, man. What are you talking
it's
about? Video
fine.
game logic.
It's fine, dude. I know. It's not like an immersion break or anything. It's just funny. They didn't even make the attempt really to like explain it very well or anything like that. So, but it's fine. Um so I got out of that intro section. I finished that. Um, it didn't blow me away. It was kind of honestly a continuation of the first game, is what it really felt like. It almost felt like it could have been like a little mini DLC or something like that for that game. I got to the second area, which is an actual open area that you get to explore. That's where I left off. It is not the actual Forbidden West area; like it's an area before that. So
Okay.
people have this is where I was confused because people said there's an area before the Forbidden West that's actually pretty big, and some people were saying it's like, dude, there's like 15 hours of content in here, and I'm like, it doesn't seem that big, but I will see how much is in here. I will be interested to see that because if it's really that big, like damn, dude, like what is the need for that? You know, like it feels like this section of the game really to me is going to need to justify itself because to me that's just bloat. You know, like I don't
Yeah.
need that. You know, I don't need a 15-hour mini area before I get to the 60-hour big area. You know, like I don't really
Yeah.
need that, but we'll see. In
Okay.
terms of the rest of the game, uh, I haven't dug deep on anything yet because the game has barely really opened up to me. However, I did go in the menus, and this game seems fucking massive, dude. The number of like notebook entries and shit for enemies, data points, collectibles and shit is fucking insane, dude. Like there's you look through the enemy menu and you're like, "Oh, okay, there's like maybe 35 or 40 different robot types that you're going to fight against." But then you click on one of them and dude, it legitimately had 15 different subtypes of that one robot, and I'm like, "Oh my fucking god, dude." I'm like, "Oh no." I'm like, the trophies better not require me to find all these because
Yeah,
I'm
I was about
out,
to say, you know what the trophy's gonna say, bro.
bro. I'm out if that's the case. The RPG side, dude, they doubled down on it, and I'm actually excited. Well, this was a big criticism I had of the first game is that the game is like not really an RPG, right? But this game,
Mhm.
they actually made real skill trees. There's 6 skill trees in the game, and each one of them have between 25 and 30 nodes. And you will not be able to fill all of them. So you're going to actually have to pick a build in this game, like a
Mhm.
real RPG, and build out Aloy a certain way in whatever style you want to play her in. So I'm really excited to explore that and see kind of what kind of wacky builds I can make in the game. So I'm excited to play more. I'm not like blown away by anything yet. The game it's just more Horizon so far. We'll see when I get to the Forbidden West if it's like holy shit, this game is fucking crazy. I will say the game's fucking beautiful. Like
Okay.
it is legitimately beautiful. The water is like one thing. Like, dude, the water is just like it's the best video game water I've ever seen. Like it looks legitimately real on screen, which is
Nice.
nuts. Which is nuts. Like games never get
Yeah.
water right, you know?
Yeah, I figured this game would do really well, and everything like that. And the game looks really fucking dope from what I've seen. I had to actually go on YouTube to find gameplay footage of it
Yeah.
because if you just go solely by Twitter, this game is like dead. Like
Dude, like
I've
I
seen,
noticed the same thing. No one posts gameplay of this game. It's always talking about like screenshots or like how beautiful the game
yeah,
was. And I mean the game is beautiful. Yes, but man, you're not selling people on the game that way though, dude. Like, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I had to go to Twitter or I'm sorry, YouTube and look for gameplay footage, and it looks dope. from what I've seen, but I pretty much cut myself in the dark on it because I do have it. It's just collecting dust right now. It's
Yeah,
just
we
like
went opposite, right? You're playing Elden Ring first, and I'm playing Horizon first. So
yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, that's why I really want to talk about it because it was just really weird how everyone kind of went dark on the game.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll have more to say next week for sure.
okay.
All right, Montrell, what's your first game you've been playing?
So I did finish Seafood this weekend, this past weekend, and it's a good 15 to 20 hour game. It's probably even less than that. To be honest with you, I just died a lot. You will, repeat levels, and it's a very replayable game. Um, I don't think the replayability system is perfect, but it does force you to replay levels. So I think I explained this earlier, but I'll just give a simple thing. So you got 5 levels. In each level, or you start at age 20 on level 1.
Mm-hmm.
If you finish at age 25 at level 1, you'll carry on to level 2 at age 25. No matter how good you do in level 2, your age will not go below 25. So what you have to do is, if you want to, if say like you're like, okay, I need to be a lower level, or I need to be a lower age at level 2, you'll go back to level 1 and you'll finish that, and you have to finish it at age 20 so it can carry over, and then et cetera, et cetera. So I got to age 20 all the way up until level 3, and then I was 21, and I got from 21 all the way up to level 5, and then I finished it at like 47 because the last boss is really fucking hard. Because he's the same kung fu style as you. So and you can't use these things called I forgot what they're called, but they're like your special abilities where you kind of slow down time and use them. And you can't do that. So you can't do that against them at all. You have to just rely purely on like block parrying and dodging and everything like that. So it took me a while to beat him, but I finally did beat him. So I was gonna try to get age 20 all the way up into him, but I really wanted to finish the game before Elden Ring came out. So I put that aside and I finished the game at age like 47 or something like that. So I do plan on going back and platinum this game. It is one of those games where you just gotta play it and get like, I don't want to say get good, but yeah, bro, you gotta play it and get good. They did patch some things, so I don't know if I was complaining about this the week or week before. Probably not. The second boss is meant to be the gatekeeper boss, but he's also meant to be punished, right? Like if you really learn the game by level 2 boss, then you can finish the rest of the game. Like I think he was the gatekeeping boss for me because he would do this fucking sweep move, right? And even if you dodge it correctly, it wasn't punishable. And I thought that was the most unfair shit I've ever seen. I'm like, bro, this is totally unfair. This move needs to be punished if you successfully dodge it. They actually patched that in. They're like, yeah, we realized that shit was kind of fucking wild. So it's actually, and you know what's funny? They patched it after I beat him, so I was kind of pissed. I'm like, I already beat him now. Like,
hey man, you beat him the try hard way, dude. Like you got the badge, man.
Yeah, so I do recommend this game to people who just it's not really, I can't really recommend like calling the beat 'em up game or like a Devil May Cry type game or anything like that. It is a beat 'em up game, but it's really really a really hardcore beat 'em up game. It's not like Yakuza or anything like that. It's like you have to learn move sets almost. I hate this comparison, almost like Dark Souls to an extent. But yeah, it's just a really really solid fighter, really solid action game. I would be surprised where this falls on the NPD numbers, because I think
It's
this game sold really
supposedly
well.
selling well, dude. I think it
Yeah,
sold 1 million copies or something.
yeah. I mean, because the game was only $40.
Yeah.
It's only a $40 game, so
Yeah.
I think the game is worth way more than that. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's
for a game
$40.
like this to sell that well though, I'm actually legitimately surprised by that.
Yeah. It's a really niche game. But yeah, I think it's sold by word of mouth because like I saw clips of this everywhere on Twitter. So yeah, I'm glad I finally finished it though. So it was super frustrating.
Mhm.
Uh it's not, and this is the where it's not like Dark Souls. Like, I don't know what it is about frustration with Dark Souls, but you can continue to play that game. With this game, you cannot get frustrated at all because it will fuck you up. You have to actually learn
You can't
how
tilt.
to. Yeah, you can't tilt playing this game at all, bro. Like,
Mm.
I don't know what it is, but when I find myself getting tilted, I'm like, all right, I gotta put the controller down. I gotta play something else or whatever the case may be. Then I come back to the game, and this is the only game I had to do. Like, I've died to Dark Souls bosses like 20 billion times. I'm like, I'm still gonna fucking beat this fucker. Like, this game, I died to a boss like maybe 5 or 10 times. I'm like, oh, it's because of the age factor. The age factor is what gets you, so it punishes you for death. Like, it's not like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
The only game that really did that in Dark Souls was Dark Souls 2, which I fucking hated. So it would take your health bar slowly away every time you fucking died.
Really? What the fuck?
Yep. A lot of people forgot about that shit. I don't know if they patched that in the Scholar of the First Sin remake or remaster, but the original Dark Souls 2, every time you die, it took a sliver of your health when you revived.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Yeah, so yeah.
All right, fair enough. I think I'll talk about Pokemon next. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I learned that this week that the pronunciation is Arceus, not Arceus.
Okay.
So yeah, Arceus. I was saying it the right way the whole time. Well, no, I fucking psyched myself out, dude. I did that to myself, so I don't know. I'm an idiot. But yeah, so I've been playing this game a decent amount actually. I got to the I'm about to hit the 5th zone of the 5, so the final zone. I'm rank 4. I'm working my way to rank 5 right now, which is what I need to unlock the 5th zone. And I think I've caught about 100 and something Pokemon. I think I'm over halfway, like 120 something Pokemon of there's 242 in the game. I also learned that over the weekend. So yeah, I have 120 something and I'm in the 5th zone. And the game is the game's fun. Like I don't know why I'm finding this game just so fun. It's just fun to play. I don't know. I'm just having fun with it. It's like the thing is like it doesn't like waste your time the way Pokemon games generally do. It's pretty quick to play, especially when you're out in the world roaming around just trying to catch Pokemon. Like it's snappy, dude. Like you just throw the Pokeball at the Pokemon. And you know the great thing about it is like you don't have to wait and stand there and watch the Pokeball. You could go like this is what I do. If I'm trying to catch like a bunch of Pokemon at the same time, I'll throw a Pokeball at one, and then I'll throw a Pokeball at another, and then another, and another, and all 4 of them will happen at the same time. You know, by the time I get to the 4th one, throwing the 4th one, the first one's either caught or got away. You know, the second one like caught or got away, or whatever. But so I like it in that regard. It just feels like the speed with which you can catch Pokemon is it's such a nice change of pace from like playing the other games where you can only catch them in battle, you know, and you have to fucking whittle their health down, and then you need to put a status effect on them, and then you throw a Pokeball, you know, like that's how you catch Pokemon in the regular Pokemon games. It's just fine. I don't hate that, but it is time consuming, you know, versus this. So I think that's what's appealing about this game is just catching Pokemon is just so enjoyable compared to the rest of the series that I like that, you know, and the game doesn't like fucking hide these Pokemon away from you. There are rare Pokemon that only spawn in certain locations and they have like I'm pretty sure they have like percent chances to spawn or whatever, but you know, it's like I'm not at the point where I'm really like searching for them yet, so I'm just running around and I'm finding a high variety of Pokemon just running around, you know. And I enjoy that aspect of the game. So I am liking that. However, I will say the battling aspect of this game is total ass. Like it's bad. It's not fun. The battling is like so the mechanic I mentioned a couple weeks ago when I first started playing this, where there's a turn order on the screen now. That mechanic's nice in the sense that once you're in the flow of battle, you see who's going next. Like you can get multiple turns if you use your agile style, or you can give the enemy multiple turns if you use strong style. And it's the same for the enemy; they can use strong and agile style moves as well. But the problem with this is the way the game plays is I feel like this is just like a mechanical oversight by them, because in a normal Pokemon game, when you get into a Pokemon battle, it does not matter whose turn is going to end up being first. The game lets both players, whether it's player or AI, that they let the player and the AI select what they're going to do first, and then they play the turn out.
Mhm.
So whoever's faster goes first, and then the other person goes. In this game, the way it works is you'll start a battle sometimes, and you'll throw your Pokemon out. Whoever was your first Pokemon, you'll throw it out, and then the enemy will just go. They'll just take a turn, and they'll fucking one shot your Pokemon. You won't be able to do anything. Like the game just lets them go because they were faster than the Pokemon you threw out, so they get to just go. And this happens all the fucking time, and it's super annoying, because so they'll knock that Pokemon out, and then the game will auto throw out your next Pokemon. You don't even get to. I don't even think you get to select. Oh, actually, no, you do get to select. Sorry, no, you do get to select, but you'll select your next Pokemon and you'll throw it out. But that Pokemon will be slower than the enemy too, so they'll get to go again before you even get to go. And if they have a move advantage over you, like type advantage, and they fucking one shot you again, it's like you don't even get to take a turn. You don't get to use an item. You don't get to do shit. Like you just the Pokemon just gets fucking fainted. It's super annoying because this is really annoying in situations where you're fighting three Pokemon at once, which actually happens more than you would think. Out in the game world, and you like don't even get to fucking go. The Pokemon just blow you up. And some of these battles can be super annoying because of that shit. So this was like a oversight. They should never have allowed the mechanic to ship like that. I don't understand why it works that way. Like I should still be able to select a move to do, even if the other Pokemon's going to go before me. Like I should still be able to either use an item or swap out Pokemon or something. Like I should be able to do
Yeah.
any of that, like because you can in the other games. And I'm really hoping. So this is where I was going to talk about the new games. So new Pokemon games were announced this week. Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, and they are going to be open world Pokemon games. So I'm hoping in these new games that they fix this, like they refine this, because if this ships in those games, people are going to be really upset. I don't think people are going to be happy about that, because it's not fun, a lot of the time, especially when you're fighting a Pokemon that's like a really powerful alpha, that's like 20 levels over any Pokemon you have, and it's just fucking wrecking your team because it goes first all the time. Like you never even get to go. It's just like it's annoying. It's really frustrating. So that's a unfortunate part of the game, is that battling is not fun, but that's not the point of the game. So it's not taking away from the experience that much for me, because you really don't have to do it very much. Like battling is just so, like, you really don't have to do it at all. Like unless there's a handful of required battles throughout the game, and that's it. Like you if you don't want to battle, dude, you can literally turn your character and just run away from the battle, like straight up. And you run away. Like there's no bullshit. The game doesn't say, "Oh, you failed to run away." No, you just fucking leave. Like you're just out. Like I don't want to fight this thing. I'm out. Peace. And I really like that. Like that's like such a nice quality of life feature. I always hated in the Pokemon games where you would like fail to run away, and it's like, dude, like if I don't want to fight, just like fucking let me run. Like who cares? Like why are you doing this to me? Just let me run. I don't want to fight this battle right now. So I like that too. That's like, so there's some nice things in the game, and then there's some not nice things in the game. But most of the nice things center around running around the world and catching Pokemon. That's like the fun, the good stuff from the game. So yeah, new Pokemon games: Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet. It's going to be an open world game in the same style as Arceus. Um, but it's going to be a full-fledged Pokemon game. New region, gyms, gym battles. You get 3 starters: fire, water, grass, new starters, and all that. There's going to be new Pokemon. It's a new region. It looks like Spain, maybe, is the region. So we got a full trailer for this. Montrell, what are your thoughts on this? Are you excited?
Yeah, this is actually what I wanted.
This is
Like,
what we
I
wanted,
know I said,
man. It's what we
yeah.
wanted.
So I don't even know if I'm gonna play Arceus, because
Yeah.
I might just
Well,
wait to Scarlet and next
so
and Violet. I'll say,
yeah, sorry to cut you off. Let me speak to that
no,
real quick. So,
yeah.
yeah, Pokemon, sorry, Game Freak and Nintendo, man, they pulled a fucking fast one on everybody, bro. Like here, because yeah, Arceus came out a little over a month ago. When the trailer came out, it was basically a straight month, and They let that game come out and it was getting 9.5s. It's fucking selling like crazy. It's like one of the best selling fucking Pokemon games ever. And people are loving it and everything. And then they fucking dropped this. Because, dude, I tell you right now, if they had dropped this trailer or even a hint that this was coming and we were getting open world mainline Pokemon games, Arceus wouldn't have sold anywhere near as well. You know, the reason this game sold well is because it's the first time they've ever done this style of game, and we were all clamoring for it for fucking years, for like a decade, basically. You know,
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, part of me's kind of mad. Like, I'm like, man, if I knew these were coming out, I wouldn't have even bought Arceus. As much as I'm having fun with it, like, I wouldn't have even played this game. And that's kind of my advice to people is like, dude, unless you are like a Pokemon fanatic, don't fucking buy Arceus now. Like, there's no point. Fuck that. Fuck that. Just play Scarlet and Violet. Like when they come out, you know, you're gonna have a way better experience.
Yeah, and it looks like you're gonna have a way better experience. I'm really only thing I'm really upset, which I'm hoping they would like go back and remake the game into this in this engine and format. I really hope they remake Sword and Shield because I really love the Garler region.
Yeah.
Garler.
Galar.
Yeah. Galar region. Probably one of the best regions since like fucking, in my opinion, since probably 4 or since
2.
Johto. I really like the Galar region. It's really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
But they're this new Spanish region now, and I mean, it looks really dope. I like how they make the regions look like the regions they're supposed to be trying to copy. So I just like that. Really adds a little bit of flavor to the world. So I don't know. I'm really interested in the gym battles though. I hope the gym battles are just as exciting because I mean, you know, it's Spain. They have fucking crazy soccer matches too. You know, so I'm really looking forward to that. So,
well, dude, this game is high. These games are highly fascinating to me now because, as interesting as Arceus is, like, everything in a mainline Pokemon game being in that style, open world, suddenly becomes like hyper tantalizing. Like, what does a gym even look like in these games? You know, because usually
yeah.
gyms have puzzles and shit that you have to do. Like, dude, there's gonna be like, they're gonna fucking have like, are they gonna have like platforming and shit in this game? You know, like, that's gonna be interesting. Are you gonna have to like use your Pokemon to complete puzzles and stuff? Like, there's like some cool ideas they could really implement here. This is why, like, by the way, I know this like whole thing with Pokemon is tired and everyone's sick of talking about this, and I'm sure people listening to this are sick of hearing about us talking about this. Is why we wanted this though. Like, you know, like this is why we wanted an open world Pokemon game, because it just totally changes everything about the game, you know? Like, suddenly catching Pokemon is like, maybe could be pretty easy, and it's like really interesting to like fucking run around areas and you just see a rare Pokemon running around out in the world and you're like, holy shit, you know, you fucking lose your mind or some shit. You know, it's like it's just, it's a lot more tantalizing than what Pokemon has been in the past. And
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
know. Like, finally seeing this evolution happen is like, it's like, it's, I think for some people it might be too little too late, but for me, I'm like, finally, fuck yes, this is like, I might be back in on Pokemon now, you know, honestly. And I don't know, I'm just really excited about the game. Like, these starters, I'm gonna be honest, so the starters are Sprigatito is the grass the grass starter. We'll get to that one in a second. The fire starter is Fuecoco, and it's a fire crocodile, little guy. And then the last one is a water duck. His name is Quaxley, and he looks like Donald Duck. Um, and I really like the designs of all three of these, right, so far. I think these are really well made. And I don't know, I'm excited. It kind of excites me because I was like looking through the starter list, and you can really tell like some generations the designs are just not there, you know, like even from the
Yeah.
first evolution. And like, I'm thinking of like looking at you, Gen 5. You're God, the starters in Gen 5 suck dick, dude. Like, but yeah, these, I really like these designs. I like all three of them. I will say Sprigatito is super funny. I saw somebody make a video where they dubbed over Esposito, I think, or what the fuck's that song?
Esperado?
I don't remember the name
Not
of the song.
Esperito, something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think it's Esposito or something like that.
Yeah,
El
something like that.
Pasito?
Yeah.
I don't remember. But dude, it's super funny because they were saying Sprigatito instead. And it was super funny, man. So but I don't know. I think the designs are good. This is a good sign for the game. I think they're really putting a lot of effort into this. But Montrell, which starter is your starter? Which one are you going with, man?
I think I'm gonna go with the fire one. I think.
Really, you're going with
Can't
the
remember his
fire
name.
one?
I think
Man,
so, man.
the Fuecoco is the fire one.
Yeah, Fully Coco. Yeah, I might go with
Or
him.
don't you
He
always
looks
go with
really
the fire
funky.
one? Don't we always go with the fire one? Man,
I know actually. Sword, not Sword and Shield. Well, did I go
you did. Score
Sword and
money,
Shield? I
bro.
did. I went Score Bunny. Sword and Shield, not Sword and Shield, but X and Y. I went Water type.
Oh, yeah, Greninja. That's
Greninja. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm the type. I get all three starters. I'm gonna start the game 3 times to get all three because I fuck that shit. I don't want to trade for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get all three that way and just like put them in Pokemon Bank and like put them back. But if I had to pick one though, I actually think I would go with the grass one. In this case, Sprigatito. It's it's a little cute little kitty cat. I'm a cat man, so I don't know. I like that. I actually really like Quaxley as well, the duck one, the water one.
Yeah, he looks really cool too.
He actually looks cool. Because dude, I've seen some people making designs of what they think the final evolution is going to look like, and Quaxley, people have been making him. He looks like a fucking, like a fucking admiral or something,
Yeah.
So I'm actually really looking forward to see what the final design is of that one. That's going to be really fun. So, I mean, it's exciting. I will say, graphically, the game looks like poop, though. I can't get away from that.
Yep.
This engine looks really bad that they're using for this in Arceus. Like, it's yeah, not great. The Switch is really starting to show its age, man. There's no way around
Yeah,
that. So,
yeah, it is a 5-year-old console.
Yeah, right. We need a new one soon. But these are coming out this year, so later this year. I believe it was. Did they give a month, or did they just say 2022?
I think they said late.
Late
They said
2022.
fall, either fall or winter or 2022. So
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to the trailer here. Yeah, late 2022 is what they said in the trailer.
Okay.
So yeah, very exciting. Montrell and I will more than likely be playing this, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, dude, honestly, playing Sword and Shield was kind of fun in the sense that like we both liked the game. We were really positive on it. I think those games are going to be in an unfortunate position after this comes out. But what I will say though is it kind of it did remind me that I do enjoy Pokemon. They're really chill games. It's just a nice laid back thing. They're very satisfying to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like play through the adventure. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how big it is. All right, Macho, you have one more game to talk about, which is Elden Ring. So,
Yep.
what are your thoughts on Elden Ring, man?
First off, man, I don't think this game is anything like Breath of the Wild. You know why? Because I'm actually having fucking fun. So,
Burn.
it's like, no, but seriously, it gives me legitimate reasons to explore the map. Like, not just because of armor, right? Like, there are weapons, there are fucking trinkets here and there. There are special bosses to fight.
Yeah.
The dungeons are like, they're not like super deep dungeons, but they're deeper than like they're about the size of a shrine or maybe a little bit bigger, maybe like 2 shrines big or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm putting it in perspective for y'all. But the game, I think calling this game, oh, it's just like Breath of the Wild is a disservice to people who want to play the game. If they hear it's just like Breath of the Wild, I think they might go into it because this game is not a Souls game. It doesn't have Demon Souls in it. It doesn't have Dark Souls in it, and it doesn't have Bloodborne or any kind of Born in it. It's called Elden Ring. So if you go into it thinking it's like easy, like I don't want to call it Zelda easy, but compared to the other games, it is relatively easy. Um, yeah, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Like you can't. I don't because I consider myself like a quote unquote veteran in the series. I hate using that shit, but I play the game a lot, and even I was like, "Fuck, I need to like learn this game again."
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know. The exploration is really cool. It's a really balanced exploration, to be honest with you. Um, you can get across just by running. You
Mm-hmm.
can go a lot of places just by running. I forgot sometime I had a horse. Um, and then you can go by horse as well. Sometimes the horse feels a little bit broken. Because
Yeah.
it's just that old Dark Souls mentality that you gotta fight every mob, if that makes any sense to progress.
Which you
Uh,
don't.
which you don't in this game, which is the reason why the game is easier than other Dark Souls games.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you don't have to fight bosses until you're ready to fight the
You
boss.
also literally don't have to fight every boss either.
Yeah, you don't have to literally fight every boss. And the thing about this is, I like everybody's experience with the game I've talked to so far has been different. Um, and it's really interesting too. They give you certain points in the game where you rest at bonfires, or they call them graces in this game. Where you rest at graces, like uh, it goes out of order. So like it's a route where you get your maiden or whatever, so she can help you level. Um, but she will appear to you like maybe I think it's like programmed like maybe at the third grace or fifth
Mm-hmm.
grace you get to or whatever. She comes in and is like, hey, I heard your maiden list, bitch. You have no bitches, so I'm here for you.
I love that shit. It's so
Uh,
funny. Like why they're fucking with everybody, man. I just like from is
Yo,
they're so funny, dude.
they have to know exactly what they're
They
doing
have
because
to
that
know.
shit was funny
There's
as
no
fuck.
way, dude. Like there's no way they don't know.
I just find it highly ironic that meme "No Bitches" came out right before Elden Ring came
Yeah,
out. But
yeah.
yeah. So
Well,
like
it
yeah, she's
affirmed though. It affirmed everything everyone says, or it affirmed what Montrell always says on Twitter that he has no bitches. So
yeah, I know bitches.
he's
So she was
maidenless.
like, I was matenless, and then she was like, I'm gonna be your mate, and I'm like, cool. And then she gives you the horse as well. So I'm not spoiling anything. You literally actually happened to me since I did everything kind of like off the beaten path. It took me like the first 5 hours to get that.
Yeah.
Or not the first 5 hours, the first hour rather to get that. But you would get it within like the first hour or two, or whatever the case may be. There is a tutorial that I totally fucking skipped. Apparently, the game like teaches you how to do combat if you drop down a certain hole. So when you arise as a tarnish or undead or whatever you want, or is it Sekiro, the lone wolf? When you rise, right? You run to the right, and there's like a dead body there in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's a hole right there. You're supposed to drop down to the hole, and it teaches you how to play the game. I
They
completely
don't. They don't
skipped that
actually
because
tell you that though.
they don't tell you that though.
Okay.
You have to explore. And then as soon as you walk out, there's a boss fight. Typical Dark Souls
Oh
shit.
man. Yeah.
As soon as you walk out, boss fight, you get your ass handed to you, and then the game's like, welcome to fucking Elden Ring, bitch. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It's funny.
I the game is really fun. So I think this game, so the conversations around this game every time a fucking Dark Souls from software fucking title releases, we have the same tired ass conversation. It was so tired. I was so tired of the conversation. I made a voice tweet, and I actually omitted a lot of stuff out that voice tweet, and I'm going to say it here. So not to be like dismissive towards everyone saying like, oh, well, the game is fucking hard and everything like that. And I understand people don't want to build mage builds because I said in that voice tweet, hey, if you want to play the game on easy mode, make a mage build because magic is severely OP'd in this game, which it still is. They're always fucking OP'd in every fucking from software game. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But another thing you can do is like swallow your fucking pride and ask the community. I know that's a big deal because everyone thinks the Dark Souls community is fucking toxic. We're actually nice people. Like Legitimately, if you ask somebody or you go on YouTube, like, yo, how the fuck do I beat this boss?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are guides out there, there are communities out there that will legitimately tell you, like, hey man, so when he swings this way, watch out because he's gonna do an ice beam this way or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. They would tell you. And Ian Miyazaki said that he didn't put a difficulty settings in there because he wants he wants the gamers to come to each other and have this experience with each other. Like, that's what the Dark Souls
Mm-hmm.
games are about. That's what the Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Sekiro games are about. This experience, this camaraderie that you had, like you overcome the challenge. So this game is way easier than Dark Souls and Bloodborne and everything like that because it's way more open. If you have trouble beating the boss, you don't have to fight that boss unless it's like one of the main story bosses.
Well,
And even if it's one of the
you don't
main
even have
story,
to fight those though at that exact moment. Walk
exactly. I was
away,
just
go
about to say
level
that.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just walk
yeah.
away, level up, find a good area to farm in, and just learn the mechanics of the game. Like, that's where the whole term "get good" comes from. It comes from the mentality of I just have to get better at the game. I have to literally get good. And
Mm-hmm.
people may say it as assholes, but like it's a legitimate like feeling. Like, for instance, I put a video up parrying one of the side bosses or whatever. I parried the fuck out that bitch. I actually had one video. I actually did one run before I died. I died with a sliver of health. I parried every fucking attack, and then I missed one attack, which is one of her one hits, and she killed me. And I was so fucking pissed about because I parried everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but bro, it took me like 10 tries to get that parry down. Like, I didn't just like, you know, ran to the battle knowing I was gonna fucking parry. Cause everybody was like, oh man, you're rolling a lot. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm about to learn I'm about to show these bitches I can parry too. So I went in there parrying motherfuckers. So
You're rolling a lot.
even
I mean, it's a mechanic. This is, dude. I just no. This is something with this, like a segment of the Souls community that's so obnoxious. Like, dude, you have to like, you can't use companions. You can't use summons. You're
and
rolling too much. Like, what the fuck you talking? The
so
game lets you do these things. Who fucking
yeah, so
cares?
that's the segment of the community I don't like, and that's
Ugh.
actually they're
Yeah,
actually a really silent minority,
they
to be
are.
honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I don't really see too many things like that at all. Like, I saw one guy talk about another guy who was like, oh well, you using a big ass shield and stuff like that. Well, to get that big ass shield and your poise stat to hold off bosses like that, right?
Yeah.
You still need to put in points for that shit.
Yeah,
So
you
he
have to
had to
build around
earn
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to earn that shit. He just didn't get it. He had to earn that strength build. And you can brute force your way through the game like that because there's builds that allow you to do that. Just put all your fucking shit in health and strength, and
Yeah.
you can brute force your way through the game. That's actually the way I played the very first Dark Souls. I brute forced my way through the game, and
Mm-hmm.
then the second time I did a Dex build, which is what I'm doing now. I'm doing like a Dex build because those are like super fun, high risk, high reward though. Um, builds. So I mean, and that's another thing too. I wanted to explain to people: you don't have to play a certain way. Play the game the way you want to play the game.
Yep.
There may be certain things. I mean, we're all gonna fuck up when we're putting points into shit. I mean, that's just a part of the nature. That's the belly of the beast. You can always respect, and you can try again, and you can like, okay, I want to play this way now. Like, there so the game has an easy mode. The easy mode is the community. Like, and if you get ambushed, especially if you're playing online, there are soapstone messages everywhere saying, "Watch out, ghost! Watch out, ambush!" Their players help each other along the way. And
Mm-hmm.
then if you see like a whole bunch of blood spots everywhere, you can click on one of them and see how they die. They won't show the monster, but they'll show the red person running around, and then he dies. And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so obviously something ambushed him. So like the game is easy, and that's in all Souls games. That's just not in Elden Ring. That's in all Souls games, except for Sekiro. Like I said, Sekiro was kind of a different beast. I understand why people say that game needed easy mode. I don't think it needed easy mode. I think the game was perfected. It
It is. Yeah.
it perfected the
I'm
Soulsborne
sorry.
formula.
Like ultimately, this is true of Elden Ring too. You know what? There's a certain point where the game's not for you. Move on. Go play something else.
Yeah,
There's thousands of
yeah,
games out there for you to play. Why do you have to play this specific one? Like, maybe
yeah.
that's
And I heard
mean,
people
but
say, Yeah, and I heard people say, right, like even with the Souls games and you're interested in the lore and the game and the story, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. Until Vati or Viati came out with the fucking YouTube videos, he puts thousands of hours into this shit. And the reason why he's the top Dark Souls, Soulsborne uh storytelling YouTuber, he grabs all the knowledge because the fucking story is not spoon fed to you, bro. It's not. I'm sorry. Like all the Souls games are like that. They're in the items, the lores are in the items or in the environments. They tell stories through that way.
Yeah.
Even in Sekiro, they tell stories that way. Like,
yeah.
This game is no different from that. So even the story, understanding the story is not easy mode. I'm sorry, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you. So I really want people to experience this game, and I really want people to play Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring is the easiest game to get into as far as Dark Souls games, or Soulsborne games in general. I think it's really accessible. As far as like settings, except for on PC, like the PC key bindings and everything like that, it's really fucking wonky. I feel bad for keyboard and mouse players. I apologize as far as accessibility on that part, but get good, bro. Play a controller. I'm just joking. They really need to fix that. From Software really needs to fix that issue. But as far as I do not want people to conflate easy mode with accessibility. This game does not need an easy mode, and I will stick by that. There's a whole slew of reasons why they don't need easy mode. And this game is no exception. This game is the easiest. You can summon spirits to help you with mobs. So I've been using that shit.
You can summon other players, or you can summon like an AI companion, can't you? Like in place of another player.
In certain instances, you can summon AI players or AI players to help you with bosses. So one of those, that's actually a good point. One of those bosses I fought, I think his name was like Leo 9 Misbegotten. There's a NPC right outside that was like, hey man, I can come in there and help you fight. And it's like, I said no because I had too much fucking pride, right? But like you can take that NPC in there with you, or like Justin said, you can take other players in there with you and everything of that nature. So even in one of my boss fights, when I was fighting one of the really big, large bosses, I really didn't feel like fighting them. So I died to him once. And then the second time I was like, you know what? He's easy. I'm just going to use my spirits and we're just going to brum rush him. And that's exactly what the fuck we did. And we killed him. So there's multiple different ways to tackle things. There's multiple different ways to play the game. You just have to earn that level of play. Like if I want to play like a fucking super teleporty ass ninja character, I have to build my way up towards that.
Is that possible?
And it's really, yeah, that is possible. Ooh. You can get the right ashen.
I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited to play this game, dude.
Yeah. So there's multiple different ways to play the game. The world exploration is really nice. It doesn't feel overwhelming, and I understand what people are saying, like with the no objective markers. You don't have any type of objective markers in this game at all. You talk to NPCs, and they kind of tell you what's going on, and then they kind of don't, and they kind of laugh in your face and be like, tarnished. And it's like, all right, bitch. Like, damn. Like, so, I mean,
and then you
stab
them through the chest.
Yeah, but if you want to cut off a quest line, yeah, you can't do that.
You actually can't do that.
Yeah, so there are certain quest lines. I mean, the NPCs give you quest lines, but they don't really tell you. You have to really listen and stuff like that. And like, I don't feel overwhelmed when I'm playing. I'm enjoying exploring everything. I already mentioned why I like exploring, but like for some reason, for like Breath of the Wild, when I played that game, and this is where the comparisons kind of fall flat for me for Breath of the Wild and Elden Ring as far as open world exploration. Now, if you want to say like, oh, well, there are rewards in Breath of the Wild, blah, blah, cool. The world itself, when I open up the world, the map is huge, but it's also condensed, if that makes any sense, where there's a lot of shit going on, but there's not a lot of shit going on. And it's just so passable. Like if I legitimately don't feel like fighting something, I can just get on my horse and ride past it. I don't feel like fucking fighting this. And you can do the same thing in Breath of the Wild, but in Breath of the Wild, it felt empty. The world felt really empty and barren. I think that was a design choice because that's the style the mood they were trying to go for to show.
That was the
like
game's
Link's
story, right?
Yeah, like Link's in this wasteland or
it's like a ruined Hyrule, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Elden Ring is ruined as well, but there's still like you can still see remnants of the kingdom there. And I think they really wanted to show that. And like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and those games have always had that ruined dark fantasy theme going for them. Even in Sekiro, like you're always in the ashes of war, or you're always at the
Mm,
you're in the you're following somebody's war path in Sekiro, right? Like you're literally following the war path of someone or
mhm,
whatever.
mhm,
And in this game, like I don't know, I feel like the world is big, but like you said before, like it's condensed. And there are sections just open up and there are sections that are just really closed. But I don't see the entire world when I'm riding my horse. There are certain points on peaks and valleys and stuff like that, and I can see like a vast majority of the world. But even then, it's never overwhelming because I can't see you know I'm just gonna say like this. It's this red area called the rotten area or whatever. I don't know what it really is called, but I can't. It's called Khalid. I can't see Khalid over from where I'm standing, but I can see remnants of it like in a fog. But I can't see all of it from where I'm at.
mhm.
And I don't know. It's just something really cool about how it doesn't separate the world, but it separates the world. It feels really manageable. Like I can really manage what I'm doing, if that makes any sense. And I want you to play it because maybe you can see what I'm talking about and you can put it in better words than I can. But
Mm,
the game is really manageable. I
mhm.
don't really feel bored when I'm playing this open world
Yeah,
game.
I
Whereas with
understand what you
like
mean versus it's not like The Witcher when you come out of White Orchard and the game puts you in the map like in the between Novigrad and like Velen and you look at the map for the first time and you're like Jesus fucking Christ, where do I go?
yeah, because you have to
Um
discover the map as well. You have to
yeah.
discover the map.
Yeah, in The Witcher, the map was just open. You could see the whole thing by default.
Yep.
And it's like, oh my fucking god, like I don't know what the fuck to do. Like you don't even know where to go. Like the game gives you a quest to direct you, but it's like, there's a fuck ton of shit to do in that game. This game is like I get the impression the world isn't that big to traverse, like walking from one end to the other. It's not like a huge land mass. It's just there's a lot of shit in it. It's really dense.
It
Um,
is huge, but it's like it just feels very walkable. I don't know why that it is a huge world, but it just feels
mhm,
walkable. I don't know why. Like
yeah.
I can ride my horse, and there's fast travel. Maybe that's why it feels so condensed because they give
Mm,
you fast travel.
yeah.
Like when you open up a bonfire or a grace or whatever the fuck you want to call it,
Mhm.
you can fast travel with no penalties from each one to the other, and I kind of like that. Like
That's nice.
no bullshit. Like
Yeah.
it actually motivates you to explore more. And if you don't like where you're exploring, okay, I can just fast travel to other grace and then go in a different direction. Okay, well, I don't like this direction. Fast travel back to the other grace and go in another direction.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't
Yeah.
punish you, the player, for fast traveling, but it also rewards you for exploring because the map is not open to you.
Mhm.
Like your map is literally just like one piece, and you have to find pieces of the map on the ground at like these little statues that are like they're like very like slightly noticeable on your original map, and it opens up the map and reveals like what's going on. But even during the reveal, it's like a static map. It's not telling you any like objectives in the area or anything like that. It's just really colorful areas that are just like, that area looks really colorful. It shows trees and like, is that a picture of a dragon right there or some kind of emblem? Like
Mhm.
maybe I'll just go there. And it's like it's static on the map though. It's not like a objective marker, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So I really like how they design that and everything of that nature.
Mhm. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm excited to play it. It feels like a game though I'm gonna need to focus on. I don't think I can play it with Horizon side by side. Like I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, you're
Because
probably going to get sucked into Elden Ring more than
well,
Horizon, in my
that
opinion.
that is one thing, and I think the second part of it is this isn't a game that like I can't. I'm not gonna remember anything if I leave it sitting for a few days. And that's bad because there's no map markers, there's no quest log, right? Like a game like
Mhm.
Horizon, I can leave sitting for a week because I can come back and I know what I'm doing. I can go look at my quest log and shit. Like this game, like I need to play it over the course of a couple weeks, probably. Like
Yeah,
on its
yeah, I
own.
agree with that.
And not be distracted by a lot else because yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna keep track of it. Because yeah, if I drop it for a week or 2 weeks, like dude, you're gonna come back to it and be like, what the fuck was I doing? Like who do I need? Where are these fucking maidens? Where do I get the bitches? I don't know, dude. Like, like, so yeah, I'm just like, that's kind of my thought process with it. I think my issue right now is like, we've got 2 weeks till Stranger of Paradise comes out.
Yep.
So I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, because Horizon's huge, and Horizon's probably going to take me a couple weeks at least, maybe more. I don't know. So it is one of those things like, man, if I'm going to talk about Elden Ring soon, I need to probably just play 2 games at the same time. And I don't know if I can do it, but I am in a gamer mood right now, so maybe I can manage it. But I don't know. The game looks super fun though. I'm really excited about the build diversity. It just seems like there's so many different ways to build your character, dude. Like, it's fucking so tantalizing to me. I just love that shit, dude. Like, it makes me so excited, just thinking about that. So I'm really looking forward to it. The fact, like, so Dark Souls has had dual wield for a while, but like, I've seen it in this game, and dude, it looks badass. I've seen people
Yeah.
like dual wielding fucking flails. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You can
Like,
actually dual wield shields.
yeah,
I've seen people do
that's
that.
awesome, dude. That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's really customizable. You can really play with how you want to play.
You can do magic and all sorts of shit too. It's like,
Yep.
I think this feels like the culmination of everything they've been building with Dark Souls. The Soulsborne, whatever you want to call it. Sekiro was like Sekiro's fucking weird. Dude, Sekiro feels like a game Miyazaki was like, you know what? You guys really like Dark Souls, right? You really like Bloodborne, right? Well, hold on. I want to make a masterpiece real quick, and then we'll come back to that. That's what it feels like. That game is so like out there compared to the rest that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just like you were saying, like Sekiro. I'm sorry, but like, that game is just perfectly tuned, in every way, So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing it. So, but do you have anything else you'd like to add this week on it?
No, man. I actually just can't. This game has kind of sparked me back into getting into single player games. Like, I thought Sifu would be that game, but
Yeah.
I haven't touched not one game since I started playing this shit. And I actually wasn't expecting. I'm gonna play it for a couple hours and like get off of it because it's a Dark Souls game. I beat almost every Dark Souls game except for Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I was like, all right, cool. But I can't put this game down, and it just really reignited why I fell in love with Dark Souls or the
Mm-hmm.
Soulsborne franchise in general. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's just something about beating these bosses, bro. Like, they're hard as fuck. But then once you figure it out, you're like, man, these bitches are easy as fuck now. Like, fuck you. And you beat them, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck you. I
Yeah.
beat you. You're easy as fuck. And then you fight other bosses, and they just don't seem as hard. Like, you may die once or twice to them. You got the pattern down. You're like, all right, I'm about to beat your ass, and then you beat them. It just feels so satisfying. I don't know what it is about the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then hearing other people's success stories and seeing other people the way they build their characters and how they build it,
Yeah.
seeing it on the timeline and everything like that. And then like Reddit and everything like that nature. I think it's just a really cool experience. I love the community. I love the Dark Souls community. One of my favorite communities besides Monster Hunter. Like these communities that these games are like, quote unquote. And it's really interesting. I never really heard the difficulty argument with Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
People were legitimately just like, I gotta get good. Like, there wasn't like an easy mode with Monster Hunter World, which is pretty weird to me. I don't know. Maybe there was that
Well,
conversation, but I did not.
the easy mode in Monster Hunter is just going into co-op and playing with people online.
That's true.
Get carried by somebody basically. But
That's
the thing
true.
is with that, like, you can't really do that though, because you only have 3 lives. So if you're bad, like, you could cart your team if you're bad enough at the game. So there is a
Yeah.
degree of getting good at Monster Hunter, as well.
Yeah.
So.
But
But
yeah,
I
I don't
think the
know.
thing is with Monster Hunter, the reason why you don't see these conversations around that game is because the whole game is fighting monsters. There's nothing else in the game. There's no other activities. Like, you don't fight little
Mm,
shitty enemies or anything like that for the most part. Like, it is literally fighting big monsters. So the whole game is about you improving. Like, that's it. I know Dark Souls is like that as well, but there are other mechanics that get in the way of that goal sometimes, like the RPG stuff. Like and honestly, you're not always fighting bosses. It's not just a boss game, you know. It's like you are fighting regular enemies. There's exploration. Like Monster
There's
Hunter has none of that.
platforming, there's
There's
traps and everything
platforming,
like
there's
that. Yeah,
puzzles, there's traps, there's quests. Monster Hunter has none of that shit. It's
that's
literally
true.
just fighting monsters, you know.
That's
So
true. Yeah,
the
that's
game
true.
is so singularly focused on that fact. I think people understand it more. You either like that or you don't, you know, and leave
Yeah,
if you don't, you know.
yeah,
Whereas Dark
yeah.
Souls, I think people are trying to they try to fit their idea what an RPG should be into this game, and it doesn't fit, you know, for everybody.
That's a
So
that's a good point. They try to
yeah,
fit their narrative of what or their viewpoint of what an RPG should be. Yeah, that's
yeah,
pretty cool.
right.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I still so I did discover one thing, and I kind of discovered it before, and it was actually a video on like 10 years ago that came out when Dark Souls came out. This game does have a little bit of input queuing. So if you don't
Mm,
know what that is, say like
mm,
you get knocked down and then you're like button mashing B or circle B on the Xbox controller, circle on the PlayStation controller to get back up and roll out of the way. Sometimes your character will like roll 2 times, and that second roll, you're like, "Fuck, I didn't mean to do that roll," and you
mm.
get punished for it. So there is a little bit of input queuing or input lag in the
Have all the
game.
games had that?
Yes, even
Okay.
Sekiro has that.
Does it?
Yep, it has it. I
Interesting.
tested it out. It does have it.
Okay.
It's not to the degree of the other games. Even Bloodborne has it. It's a little bit more tighter in Bloodborne and Sekiro,
Hmm.
but the Souls games definitely have the input queuing.
Yeah, I don't love
So
that. I don't love that stuff in action games.
yeah, I don't
Actually, so
either. Um, but once you get used to it, it becomes second nature. But I'm not a fan of it. Uh, I understand why they do it, but I think it's an unnecessary hurdle that you have to
mm,
get players used to. That players have to get used to rather.
yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people don't like the rolling. They when they first play the game, they do the brute force mechanic where you have or the brute force build where you have a big ass shield and you got a sword and you just
Hmm.
block everything. Um uh but yeah, like uh, besides that, I think the game's phenomenal. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. Like I said, they still need to work on the. I think the input lag is kind of ridiculous at this point. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm giving it a 9 as well because I don't play on PC, but I heard the PC keyboard and mouse is just not accessible, and I think that's totally unacceptable for a game of this caliber.
Yeah. What about the technical stuff, like frame rates? Like, how are frame rates for you?
I haven't had any frame rate issues.
Okay.
I'm playing on a PS5, so
PS5. Interesting. Okay.
I haven't had any frame rate issues at all. To be honest with you. Oh, I will say fucking hitboxes. Some of the monsters' hitboxes are crazy. The tree sentinel is very, very. Uh, he's a he's a culprit of this. He's very, very bad with his hitboxes. It's not on everybody, but when it does happen, I don't know if it's a frame data issue or if it's a bad hitbox. Because there has been certain monsters where legitimately did not get fucking hit, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay, I did not get hit. My character did not touch it. It's not as tight. The hitboxes are not as tight as Sekiro at all. Like where Sekiro, the hitboxes were like really fucking tight.
Razor
Like you
thin,
can
tight. Yeah.
razor thin tight. There's like videos of people like doing certain moves where Sekiro is jumping in between blades.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck trying to do that in this game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's almost all the Soulsborne games. Bloodborne has tighter hitboxes than the Demon Souls and Dark Souls games. This game leans towards the Dark Souls, Demon Souls hitboxes. It's still not as bad as fucking Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 hitboxes were fucking horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
But this game, some of the attacks are a bit wonky, so just be aware of that.
It is interesting. Kind of wonder why that is. Is that like an intentional thing from them, or
I
I
don't
don't
know
know?
at this point, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
honestly don't know. I thought maybe because I know in Dark Souls 1, you can adjust the height of your character.
Mm.
And I think that has something to do with it. I didn't adjust the height of my character in this game. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really check for it. I think you can. So I think that's where the hitbox wonkiness come from. Because it's like trying to do a default, what the default character height is. But I don't know. Because if a person make a small character, then they're a hard target to hit, and the game is inherently easier for them. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then if you make a larger character, the game is inherently harder for you because you're a larger hitbox. So I don't know.
Think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. All right. Well, you know, about 30 minutes of talking about Montrell's game. No, I mean, it's worth talking about. It's a important game, I think. I mean, dude, think about this year, dude. We were talking about Monster Hunter, and I'm like, bro, we're about to get a G rank Monster Hunter DLC in the summer. Like, dude,
I forgot all
dude,
about that shit. We're not
this
gonna have
year,
any rest this summer, bro.
dude, this year is going to be fucking wild. Like we are off to an insane start right now, right? Like think about the games we've gotten in the last month, right? We got Pokemon, which, you know, it's a fun game, decent game. But then we got like Dying Light 2, which people are saying great gameplay. Story sucks, but great gameplay, right? Then you've got Sifu. Everybody's like, great gameplay, right, for Sifu. Then you've got fucking Horizon, which is a great, huge open world game, you know, seemingly has a really good story and whatnot. Then you got Elden Ring, another open world game, great, fucking everybody loves it. It's super great, right? You got Gran Turismo just came out, or is coming out tomorrow. You know, this game fucking is apparently killing it as well. It's like high 80s right now on Metacritic. You know, kind of a return to form for that series potentially. Fucking Triangle Strategy is coming out tomorrow. That game's got an 83 on Metacritic right now. We got strategy RPGs, you know, fucking holding it down right now. You know, like fuck, dude, like. And we're not even through it all yet. We got like Stranger Paradise in a couple weeks. We got Kirby in like 3 weeks. We got fucking we got fucking Monster Hunter in the summer. There's still more. We got fucking Advanced Wars next month. We got tons of shit to play. Man, this year is crazy. This is gonna be one of the best years we've had in like a fucking decade. That's what it's feeling like right now. Like it feels like every game that we're anticipating has been a hit so far. Like
it feels like 2017,
2017, yeah. 2017 was a big year. Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, a lot of heavy hitters came out that year.
That was near Breath of the Wild, Horizon, the first one, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't the best, but and then
2018 was a big one too. God of War, Spider-Man.
The beginning of 2018, yeah, that was a really good game. Yeah. A really good year.
Yeah. But yeah, well then we got these Pokemon games coming out at the end of the year, you know, like Jesus Christ, dude, like it's crazy. Fucking Xenoblade, we're getting a Xenoblade game.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot about that shit. Damn.
Bro, our game of the year, like next year for this year, is gonna be like, we might have to do more than 10 games, you know, like that's what it's feeling like right now. I'm like, and last year, like I didn't even have 5, you know.
And I'm making it a point to finish every game I start this year, like legitimately. Like I'm going to finish every game.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like do that shit I've been doing last year where I start a game and then not finish it. I'm finishing every game.
I don't know if I'm gonna commit to that. Like Pokemon right now is on the edge. I feel like I might drop it because they just announced Scarlet and Violet.
That's understandable. Yeah,
I got Triangle Strategy coming tomorrow, and I'm actually kind of chomping at the bit to play that. And I don't know. So I've kind of gotten the gist of Pokemon, and I'm like, I don't know if I need to finish this game. So that one might be dropped. But yeah, Horizon, I want to beat. Elden Ring, I want to beat. Triangle Strategy, I want to beat. Strangers of Paradise, I want to beat. You know, I'm like fucking Monster, and I'm going to beat the shit out of that game. You know.
Yeah, I actually can't. I've been itching to play Monster Hunter. Like,
yeah, man, I'm getting that itch. We're months out though, dude. Like we're so far out from it. But I'm like, man, yeah, dude, that Monster Hunter is gonna be fun. I think I'm really excited for that one. So yeah. All right, Montrell, we're like an hour 30 in. We haven't even started the news.
Let's blow past some of these, or not blow past them, but you know, let's talk about them real quick.
Let's start with actually, since we were talking about Elden Ring, let's start with that one. I'm gonna move this one up.
Okay.
Elden Ring. So VGC is reporting. Well, actually, this is from GameIndustry.biz. VGC reporting on it is the article we're reading. But Elden Ring's UK release was the biggest launch for a game other than FIFA or Call of Duty since Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018. Now, this is UK only, but extrapolating this out, somebody did post that in the Japanese market, This is the biggest From release ever. I think it's sold about 270,000 copies or something in its first week, which
Wow, that's
is
insane.
yeah, for Japan, that's actually pretty big numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting this game to be top of MPD for the month, which is crazy to say given what other games came out. Because yeah, what the numbers say is that it's sold over twice as well as Horizon, which came out a week earlier. It has outsold huge launches from Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed Valhalla last year. So
Bro,
dude,
this and just to give y'all a kind of like a glimpse of how good this game is selling. This game is consistently hitting 850,000 players concurrently.
mhm.
Not just like at the peak. Like this is it's going down, it's coming up. It's going down because like people have to go to fucking sleep and shit. And then it's coming right back up when people are awake. Like this is
900,000 concurrent players on PC, bro. That's just one platform, dude. Like, holy shit, this game is big. Like, Lost
and it's
Ark
hitting
was
that.
hitting 1.3 million, and that is a PC only game, Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, no, Elden
And
Ring
this is
is
not
huge. This is
and this is
crazy.
technically I don't really count this as a multiplayer game. It has multiplayer components to it, but
Hmm.
I would say for a single player game, this is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Well, what they
And
said here too is that it beat the physical launch beat Dark Souls 3. Physical launch alone beat Dark Souls 3 by 26%. And given the fact that it's been 6 years since Dark Souls 3 came out, digital sales have risen like exponentially in that time frame. So that is actually really impressive given that fact. So this game's numbers are going to be fucking massive, dude. Like, I think this game is probably broken. I mean, think about it, 900K on Steam. You're already at a million just on that platform, probably more than that. I would bet it's probably 1.5 million. So, I mean, we're talking like, dude, like 4 or 5 million probably first week, if not more.
I'm
Which,
gonna take a stretch out here and say I'm gonna go 10 million.
dude,
I know that's a lot.
but even if it's just five, even if we're conservative and we say it's 5 million for a From Software game, that like blows away any of their other games. Like, it's like not
Oh
even
yeah,
close. You
yeah.
know?
Sekiro did half of what Dark Souls did and 30% of what Bloodborne managed, while Demon Souls, the remake, did half of what Sekiro did. So this is the biggest game they've ever released.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but once you play the game, bro, you'll see the effort. Like the effort is there. The world
Yeah,
is fucking
yeah.
like the way they built this world. I'm actually surprised that it still came out this year. Like the world is intricately designed in such a way that's like it's crazy. They had been working on this. Was their last game Sekiro? Their last
Yeah,
game
that
was
was
Sekiro, right?
2019, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So 3 years. But I mean,
three
they've
years.
been working on this before that. Probably, I think they have multiple teams. So,
Okay.
so yeah, they were definitely working on this before that. So, but still, dude, like the fact that this game, like they're just so solid. They don't like they like when they
They
start working
don't
on a
miss,
game,
man.
it's coming out in 3 or 4 years. Like
Yeah, man.
they don't fuck
They
around.
don't miss, man. They
No,
don't
they don't. They
miss.
don't miss. They don't miss. I mean, congrats to them, by the way. Like, I can't think of a studio that I would be happier for. Like, honestly, having this level of success. I mean, Monolith Soft, I guess, or probably, but yeah, like, dude, totally deserved, right? Like, they do
Yep.
things right. They make games right. They don't nickel and dime people. They don't fuck around with people. They're fucking independent as well. Which is awesome.
Well, like they
So
stick to the integrity of their games. Like they've been
yeah,
scrutinized relentlessly by people for this easy mode shit, and they just
yeah,
like, nah, man. Like this is our game, bro. Like, yeah, we could get an easy mode and get a lot more players, and we could make a lot more money, but nah, man. Like that's not what I made the game for. Like that's insane to me, and like it's showing. Like this is integrity, guys. This is what video games are for, man. Like I don't know, man. This is just really. I'm really happy
well,
for them.
sticking to
I'm
your
really happy for
guns and honestly making a game for your customer base,
them.
and
Yep.
then eventually you make a game like Elden Ring is an example of a game that is for your customer base, but is different enough that it appeals to other people, like a wider audience. But they didn't lose that core; it still applies to their primary customer base. Like
Yep.
that's what I love about this game is that they made a game like this is like their magnum opus almost. Like they've made a game that appeals to fucking everyone, even though it doesn't really, but it does. It's like I don't know. It's impressive, dude. It's really impressive. So I'm not surprised by the success given the hype, but the fact that the game's delivered though, like it's actually legitimately good, is
Yeah, I'll eat my
it's cool.
words. Like I'll eat my words from like last week. I mean, I think our point still stands on hype culture,
I mean,
and
we weren't saying the game's not a 97.
yeah,
I think that let's not misconstrue what we were talking about. What we're talking about is hype culture, okay?
yeah,
And the way we talk about games as a whole. That was really what
yeah,
we were trying to get at. But
yeah, and I still stand by that. But this is one of those games that it actually it wasn't a cyberpunk. I'll tell you that. It lived up to the hype. You know,
yeah.
and it helped for people like me and you. Well, you didn't play it yet, but I think it helped for us. Where I actually went dark on the game. I stopped researching it. When I found out it was coming, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing any more fucking research on the game. I'm just gonna fucking buy it. I like what I saw. I like the gameplay I saw, and I'm gonna go for it. I was actually really iffy on the gameplay because I'm like, it looks a little more like Dark Souls, but
Mm.
it's actually different enough to where I'm like, hey, okay, this they added a lot of stuff. You can tell also, I'm sorry to talk about this game,
Keep
but
going, man. I love the
bro,
passion, dude. This is great.
you can tell they took a lot of aspects from each fucking game.
Hmm.
Like each game they learned and took the best. Like they took the best. They took some things out of Sekiro. Like when you play it, you're like, this is like a Sekiro thing. They took some things out of Bloodborne, took some things out of Dark Souls and the Demon Souls series. Like they took something out of every game. And this is the ultimate, like this is the ultimate Dark Souls game. I still think Sekiro is the pinnacle of their combat
Hmm.
as far as like, yeah, their combat. Like Sekiro is they said, hey, we can make a good fucking action game. Like we can make one of the best action games, and that was Sekiro, right? But this game is like, okay, when we can also make the very best of our Soulsborne series. Like this is the very best of what all encompasses everything else for everyone who
Hmm.
loves the Soulsborne titles. I think this is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah. Honestly, dude, I know this is early to ask, but like, what do you think's next for them?
I think they're gonna move on. I think this is their calling card, or they're
Well,
like
dude,
going away present.
isn't it interesting to see this game come out? And we a few months ago we're hearing rumors about an Armored Core game. Like,
Yeah,
I think they're kind of having the same thought process. I think they're like, yeah, it's time to do something different for a little while, and go back
yeah,
to something maybe we haven't touched in a long time. Um, and I don't know, dude. Like, honestly, as much as like we were kind of worried about what we heard about Armored Core, honestly though, like, does it matter if they like, even if they make a Dark Souls style Armored Core game? Honestly, I kind of trust From to get it right, you know,
yeah.
ultimately. So I don't know.
You know what? I'm probably gonna eat shit from this from like the Armored Core community because I actually follow a lot of them and they actually listen to podcasts because I talk about Armored Core. Um, if it is a Dark Souls like Armored Core, I do have faith they will actually get it right and stick to the core principles of what makes Armored Core Armored Core. And who knows, maybe that game will be the most popular Armored Core game to where we'll get a mainline Armored Core game. Not
Mm,
saying this one is not going to be like this, but like it will get people, to accept like, okay, like what's an actual Armored Core game like, So
mhm.
or maybe this is the new style of Armored Core going forward. We just have to play it and see. So I'm
Fair
very
enough.
interested.
I'm excited to see what's next for them. So we'll see. I'm kind of honestly at this point, my expectation feels like it's like I think we'll have it in 3 years, probably whatever the next
Hmm.
game is. I think 2025, somewhere in there. So
Okay.
it's exciting. But all right, Montrell, let's move on. Enough Elden Ring talk. Our next story. This is a kind of a follow up to something we talked about before. So a few months ago, there was a report that EA was going to maybe drop the FIFA name, and negotiating with FIFA um did not didn't really pan out. They're not happy with FIFA's like demanding a fuck ton of money for the name, and EA's not really about it. And VGC, Video Games Chronicle, got some comments um from Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA, from a few months ago, where he was speaking in an all hands meeting with the company. And so this is what he said, quote, I'm going to be more open than I've been with the outside world. We've had a great relationship with FIFA over the past 30 odd years. We've created billions in value. It's just huge. We've created one of the biggest entertainment properties on the planet. I would argue, and this may be a little biased, that the FIFA brand has more meaning as a video game than it does a governing body of soccer. We don't take that for granted and we try not to
Oh,
be arrogant. I know. We've worked really hard to try and make FIFA understand what we need for the future. Basically, what we get from FIFA in a non World Cup year is the 4 letters on the front of the box. In a world where most people don't even see the box anymore because they buy the game digitally. In a World Cup year, of course, we get access to the World Cup, but in the broader context of global football on an annualized basis, the World Cup is important, but it's not the most important. We have 300 other licenses that give us the content that our players engage with the most and the most deeply. As we've looked to the future, we want to grow the franchise. And ironically, the FIFA license has actually been an impediment to that. Our players tell us they want more cultural and commercial brands relevant to them in their markets, more deeply embedded in the game, brands like Nike. Because FIFA has a relationship with Adidas, we are not able to do that. Our players tell us they want more modes of play, different things beyond 11 versus 11, and different types of gameplay. I would tell you it's been a fight to get FIFA to acknowledge the types of things that we want to create because they say our license only covers certain categories. Our players want us to expand into the digital ecosystem more broadly. Our fans are telling us they want us to go and participate in that space. Our FIFA license has actually precluded us from doing a lot of this stuff. Again, FIFA is just the name on the box, but they precluded our ability to be able to branch into the areas that players want. Our players are telling us they want to move. They want us to move really quick. We want you guys doing stuff fast, and in order to do that, we need a level of freedom to be truly creative, innovative, and experiment in the marketplace. Because of the nature of the approval tables and the various things around our FIFA license, that's actually been really hard, and we're moving much slower than we want. I had a conversation with FIFA president Gianni Infantino just a couple weeks ago where I said, listen, the money's a thing. We don't want to pay more money than this license is worth, but it's not about that. It's really about our ability to deliver games and experiences that our fans want in a timely fashion. At the end of the day, I don't know if we're going to get there. And ironically, if we don't, and we're able to rebrand our game and take control of this global football ecosystem that we're going to build, ironically, we'll probably generate more revenue and have more fans and have more engagement over time because we'll be able to work with more partners. We'll be able to build more modes of play. We'll be able to expand more deeply and broadly into the digital ecosystems around the fabric of football. And more than anything, we'll be able to move really, really fast. We're going to work through this. We're going to be thoughtful and we want to be good partners with FIFA, but I wouldn't be surprised if we ultimately move in a different direction. At the end of the day, I think that might even be better for our gamers than continuing with those 4 letters on the box. End quote. Damn, dude. He took the fucking blowtorch to FIFA there, dude. Like, I mean, we've both, we work for corporations, so we've both heard the all hands meeting, and sometimes it's very like, almost markety, where they're like marketing their own internal to their own internal people. But
yeah, they're very they're riding their own dicks with no license. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But yeah,
yeah,
continue.
and there's a little bit of that here. However, I will say, I mean, this is honest, right? Right? This is the leak. This isn't public. These aren't public comments. This is him talking to EA, the company, right? So like this is a really honest opinion from him. And I mean, honestly, I'd say it's pretty clear FIFA's done. Like the game, there's no like after this year, there's no more FIFA. They're gonna rebrand the game. Like I think that's pretty much like set in stone. These comments like couldn't be more clear in that regard. Like he says, like, yeah, we still kind of want to work with FIFA, but dude, everything he said before that is like this shit is fucking holding us back. It's like we can't do the things we want. We can't even make the modes we want. We can't do anything. It's like so it's like really clear they want to get rid of FIFA. But some of the comments in here, like the one you reacted to where he said FIFA as a game is a bigger brand than FIFA, the governing body of soccer. And you think that's like a really crazy, insane comment, right? Like, football, the sport, is extremely popular worldwide. Like, it's more popular than anything by far. Like, it's not even close, right? But,
Hmm.
he, like, when you think about it though, people don't, like, they're not talking about FIFA, you know? They're talking about like UEFA or like fucking Champions League or Bundesliga or any of the leagues, right? That's what they're talking about. They're not talking about FIFA. FIFA doesn't have anything to do with those really. Like, FIFA is the World
Mm,
Cup.
yeah.
And so when you really think about it, like, he kind of like maybe has a point. I'm sure some like football like football fans would come at us for this, but like, I don't know. Like, when you really sit down and think about it, like, what is FIFA, the organization? Like, what
Well,
what are they known for? Nothing good, really. Like, so
yeah, you're right. I mean, like I follow a lot of UK people. So what is like the Manchester and like United and everybody? What
yeah, that's
league is that?
so that's Premier League.
Okay.
and
So
then and then
yeah.
also Champions League. So in Europe there are multiple different leagues, right? Like, most countries kind of have their own football league, and then they will have a Champions League every year where basically the best teams from those leagues will compete against each other in one giant Champions League. It's actually really fucking cool. But so that's where you have like the German teams playing against the English teams, playing against the Spanish teams, playing against the French teams. So yeah, so like Bundesliga is like the German league. Premier League, that's like the English league. Then there's like an Italian league, which is I forget the name of that one. Fuck, I don't remember. But and then Spain has its own league as well too, right? Some of these I don't know exactly if they're completely locked to the country they're in. Some of them may have some overlap. I don't actually follow this super deeply, so I just have a kind of a vague understanding of it. But yeah, like FIFA, I don't know what FIFA's involvement is in those leagues, but I think it's very little, if any, really. Like, FIFA is the World Cup. So yeah, but I don't know. These are interesting comments. I think FIFA the
Yeah.
game is dead.
Yeah, you think they may go to like one of the other leagues? I think that's what they have. I mean, I can see
No,
them
they're
going
just
to
gonna
the.
call it like, dude. I think they're just gonna call it like EA, like football club or something like that. EAFC or something like that.
But they
I think
can't get the team. I mean, are they going to be able to get the teams?
those licenses are separate from FIFA. That's what he's saying. Like, they have 300 different license agreements for the game that aren't FIFA. Those are
Oh,
the
okay.
teams and the leagues. They have their own licensing deals with EA. Like, FIFA is just the World Cup for the most part. Like, that's all they're
Mm,
gonna lose when they get rid of the name. And obviously they won't be able to have the name in the box. But like, so that's what he's saying is like the value isn't really in that. It's in the teams and the players that they have access to. Um so
wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess he's right in that aspect. Then I mean, I'm not a real big football fan, but that makes sense to me. So damn, it may be called EA like EA football or EA soccer over here or something like that.
no, it'll be a EA football club probably. That's my guess. I think it's a good name. Like, I think it's fine. I don't think the name's bad. I think the thing about this though now that I am going to challenge is his assertion that the game's going to get way better all of a sudden. I mean, we know EA, bro. Like, we fucking, like, we've played Madden, and I know people challenge us on this, but like, Madden's barely gotten better in 10 years. It's just like, so I know FIFA's actually supposedly actually good, so maybe there is something to this for that game, and maybe FIFA will get way better all of a sudden. But it's kind of a I'll believe it when I see it kind of thing. With
Yep.
that, so. But what I will say, Konami, kind of is like probably sitting there like, we could get the FIFA name, like, you know, because, like, dude, if this falls apart, then the license is available again, which puts Konami on the map to like go scoop it up.
Hmm.
I mean, even though they fucked up eFootball this year, that might be a way for them to get back on the wagon, I guess, on it. So we will be following this for sure. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of happens with this. But yeah, very interesting quote. I know it was very long, but I felt like it was worth the entire read because he said some scathing stuff there for sure. So, all right, Montrell, let's move on. This is our final story. Actually, we really didn't have a ton of news this week, and this one is more for me than probably anybody listening. But Crate Entertainment, who are the developers behind Grim Dawn, which is the action RPG that I absolutely adore, they have announced their new game, Farthest Frontier, which is we've known about for years. Actually, like if you actually follow this developer, like they've been talking about this game for a long fucking time. But the fact that they have finally revealed it to the public and have like shown the game and they have a trailer and everything means that this game is actually relatively close. I would imagine it's coming out in the next few months, hopefully before the back half of the year, but it's possible it'll go to the back half of the year. But looking at the trailer, it is a town building game for the most part. There is combat in the game as well. You will need to defend your little city or whatever you're building, your settlement, and it looks really cool. This is not my style of game. However, these guys are such good developers that I am probably going to buy this game and play it to give it a shot. Like I like they're so good that they can make this genre appealing to me. So I'm probably going to give this a shot. There's no release date. Like I said, more than likely, middle to the back half of the year. But yeah. Montrell, do you have any interest in this style of game or no?
It reminds me of the Age of Empire games, even though I know it's not that.
Yeah.
Maybe more closer to Civ.
No, it's more like Sim City almost actually. Like
Okay.
but like it's like medieval though. It's not like modern city building. It's a medieval city builder. So
Okay.
so yeah.
I might give
But
it a shot. It looks pretty cool.
I mean, graphically, yeah, I think it looks beautiful. Actually,
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job with the look of the game. They really refined it. I love the winter shots in the trailer. I think they look like gorgeous. So, so yeah, could be fun. Farthest Frontier. If any of you are interested, check it out. Crate Entertainment. Yes, CRATE, like the crate, the box, the wooden box. Yes, their logo is a wooden box. So, all right, Montrell. That's all we got for news. So we were talking pre-show about maybe doing a little new segment, and this will be probably short for the most part, most of the time. And I don't know if we're actually going to do this every week because there might not be anything to do this with. However, this is something I've seen on Twitter the last few weeks with some of these big games coming out where people tweet like, guess what's your guess for the meta score for, this game or whatever. And I actually thought this would be a really fun segment to do on the show where we guess the meta score of an upcoming game. And then we see the next week if we were right or not, so the game I picked this week, I'm a little bummed we missed like Elden Ring and Gran Turismo and Triangle Strategy and stuff. But yeah, the game this week is Babylon's Fall, which is funny because the game's already out. However, if you go on Metacritic, the game has one review. It's not scored, so it has one review at an 80, and then not scored review in progress, and otherwise nothing. So I'm guessing reviewers are playing this game right now. Nobody really got the game early or anything like that. So that's why there's no scores. So this is an interesting one because there was also a story about this game earlier today. Its peak concurrent player count on Steam was 650, which is, God, a big yikes, dude. Big yikes. Kind of explains why Platinum's CEO has been so chatty of late because I think he knew that. I think he knew this was coming. Pre-order numbers were likely very, very low, and So and Square Enix did this game no favors. There's been no marketing whatsoever. As far as I could tell, they really have not hyped this game at all. They've done very little to make it look good. But Montrell, Metascore prediction for Babylon's Fall. Where are you thinking it's going to fall?
I've been watching gameplay footage actually while we've been talking. 6. I said 7 earlier, but 6, and I'm trying to be nice because it's fucking Platinum Games.
Okay.
The game looks so uninspired, bro. I'm sorry. It just does not look good at all. Yeah. So I feel bad for this developer, but yeah, you can go.
So I was gonna say 6 as well. That was my original guess. I think we should probably not have the same number. So I'm actually gonna skew lower. I think you going 6 is making me want to go low. I'm gonna say 55.4, 54. That's my guess. I feel bad. I feel really bad saying that, but there's just no indication. There's like no hype for the game. No one's talking about this game. Like everything I've seen of it doesn't look good. I know you saw a trailer recently that kind of looked maybe good, but you're probably watching more recent stuff and it just doesn't, I don't know. It just the whole thing just doesn't seem inspired. The fact that there's no hype behind it either. It's also a live service game that's going to have like no community, and that's not good either. So yeah, that's my guess, 5.4. But we will see. Hopefully next week, if not next week, the week after, what that score will ultimately be on Metacritic. So, all right, Montrell, that's all we got this week, man. Is there anything else you want to discuss?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right. So, guys, if you like the episode, please like the episode, review the show, and subscribe to the show on whatever feed you are listening to it on. And please share with your friends. If you'd like to interact with us on Twitter, you can do so at iTrapForTheHokage. For Montrell, that is the number 4, not the word. I am at ThunderNut01, and the show is at The Player's Take. If you'd like to send us a question, you can do so on Twitter, or you can send us an email to theplayerstake01@gmail.com. And that is it for us, guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week. Bye.